Hi, my name is Amber Kivett, and I'm here with Lifepro to show you how to assemble your new X-Flexcycle Plus. So now that you have unboxed your X-Flexcycle Plus and you have all of your parts arranged out, we're going to go through and make sure that you understand what parts are which and how we're going to assemble those. First, we're going to start with the front and rear stabilizers. As you're going to notice, all of the parts come pre-assembled with the hardware that you're going to use. So we're going to be taking the hardware off as we're putting it in sequence on the bike. We also have our control panel with handlebars. We have our seat post, which is number 10. We have number 9, which is our seat. We have our pedals, which are labeled right and left. We have our seat adjustment knob. It comes with your Phillips head screwdriver on one end and the hex on the other end. We have our wrench and the batteries that you're going to be using with your control panel. So now that you have unpackaged everything, we're ready to start with step number 1, which is to attach the front and rear stabilizers. Both the front and rear stabilizers are exactly the same, although they might look different by how these ends are aligned, so you can remove the ends for making the assembly a little easier. We're going to start with undoing the hardware. And if you have trouble with using the hardware or to remove the hardware, you're going to use the wrench that comes with. And when you do that, you're just going to put the wrench in here, turn it to the left, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. And from there, you have all of your hardware removed. So from here, we're going to lift your bike up until the holes align. And then from here, you're just going to run the bolt through until it clicks in. We're going to grab one of the washers that is curved and then one of your cap nuts. Don't tighten those completely, just secure it so that the bar doesn't move. And then we're going to do the exact same thing with the other side. Now, from here, you can put the end points back on to stabilize and secure the positioning of your bike. And then you're going to use the wrench that comes with, and you're going to have to figure out which side works with which nut, because this also is going to be used to attach your pedals. And then after you get that assembled, you're going to repeat the same thing on the front. Step number 2 is to secure the seat to the seat post. Seat is labeled as number 9 in the manual. It is not labeled on your parts. I'm just using this to make this easier for you to recognize. But we have the hardware is already on here, so we're going to remove all of these parts. And then the seat post, which is number 10, again, not labeled on your part, but labeled just so that you can reference back to page 11 in the user manual. And so 10 and 9 are going to go together like that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to apply a flat washer first. And again, you don't want to secure these ends just yet. We just want to make sure we get all the parts in place, and then we'll go back through and we'll tighten. So from here, you're going to take your wrench and you're going to slowly tighten back to the right for each one of these until you complete the step. So step number 3 is to secure the seat to the bike frame using the adjustment knob and using the seat to the seat post that you just assembled in step number 2. You're going to find on the back of your stem there's a series of holes that are going to line up with where the adjustment knob goes back on the frame. We're going to slide this into position. You're going to take your adjustment knob and you're going to find wherever you can slip it into a hole. We're going to turn clockwise to your right until you feel it locking in. But when you are ready to adjust it, you're going to rotate back to your left or counterclockwise until you can feel that the seat post is loose. You're going to pull, and then the seat will slide up and down to your desired height based on the holes on the back. And then you're going to tighten that back down to the right or clockwise. Step number 4 is to attach the computer and handlebars, and we're going to go ahead and take a shortcut and go ahead and install the batteries. If you turn around your computer to the back side, you're going to see the housing for your batteries, which are included. And you're going to follow the plus and minus key on the inside to know how to install them correlating to what the batteries are labeled. Get those inserted, and then we're going to put the protecting cover on the back. So on our handlebars, we have our hardware here located on the outside. You're going to take your screwdriver, which has a screwdriver on one end and a hex key on the other. And for this one, you're going to require the hex key. And you can go ahead and loosen those up a little bit. Now from here, you're going to see how this aligns up with the handlebars. Give it a little wiggle. And from here, we're going to just slightly position each screw with a flat over the top. But we're not going to tighten everything down until we get all screws placed in. So once you get your hardware put on the one side of your handlebar stem, we're going to move to the other side, and we're going to put our hardware in the other holes. And once you get all of your hardware positioned, then we're going to go back through and we're going to tighten it all using your hex screwdriver. And remember, in order to tighten, we're going to rotate in a clockwise pattern. Step number 5 is to connect the speed sensor cable. So you're going to grab your cables, one is female and one is male, and we're going to clip those in together, insert until you hear that snap, and now you're ready to go. Step number 6 is to attach your pedals to the bike frame, which you can find located on page 13 of your user manual. I want you to identify your left from your right pedals along with correlating with the crank arm. So your left will correlate with the L on the left side, and your right will coordinate with your right on the right side. From here, you'll need your wrench. And we're gonna, when we attach the left pedal, we're actually gonna turn it counterclockwise versus clockwise. And if you need to use your wrench in order to tighten down, and on these you can go ahead and tighten them down all the way. So once you get to the end point, you're set to go to the other side. So now that we've gone through all the features of the X-Flexcycle Plus and you have everything assembled, now you're ready to enjoy your cardio exercise without the use of a personal trainer at home. Make sure that you contact Lifepro Fitness to activate your warranty, which covers any kind of parts or any kind of assembly problems that you might have. We provide you with all the instructions, and if you can't fix it at home, then we'll take care of you. If you need to email us, you can contact us at support@lifeprofitness.com. Thank you so much for your purchase of your X-Flexcycle Plus. We look forward to hearing how much you're enjoying at home.